Welcome back to What Arty Noobs food channel. Disturbance. This is the Bat Châtillon 15558. It's the tier 10 French SPG and we're located on the west spawn of Airfield under the command of Andromedaa. Now he's got a 155mm gun, a 3-shot autoloader, and battle has started. Well, he's loading. 48.75 seconds is the reload time, and it's usually 10 seconds between each shot once he's able to shoot. Everybody else is moving, but Andromedaa hasn't loaded in yet. Each shell is capable of alpha damage of 750 alpha hit points and penetration of 48mm. Okay, now he's moving. Now the Bat Chat 15558 wasn't actually put into production. It was considered and proposed to have an auto-loading artillery, but the French decided against it in the end. Now the great thing about this Arty is that the turret can spin all directions, so he can aim 360 degrees. He just can position the vehicle any way he wants, and when he's ready he can quickly drive away from the enemy. Okay, AMX 5120 just took around there for 236. You see how quickly this dials in as well. We've got a good crew. It's dialing in about 4 seconds flat. Now he's aiming for a spot where most Arty tend to go. At least I've been to that position more than once. I can know that for sure. Obviously I do vary it. I don't stay there all the time. But he's looking for tracer. He's trying to go anti-Arty, counter battery. And there's no tracer from this spot yet. Oh, yes, there is. There he is. He's actually just behind that bush. And no, that was poorly aimed because the tracer did originate just behind the bush. Okay, so he's going to the other potential Arty spot, and that's at the north end of the map. Usually behind that bush there. Fires around in and kills some trees. But, no tracer from that spot. Anyway, he's gone back to here because we know for certain that there was a tracer seen in this area, and I thought I just saw another tracer, and I think he's still there. He's marked the target this time, indicating to his team that he has seen something there. Still another 13 seconds to go. Okay, oh, there's another one, and he's just changed position. So he is moving about this time, that's for sure. We fired a round out straight away when we were able to. Okay, next round is in the chamber and fired straight away. He's just adjusting his aim slightly. Waiting for that next tracer from the enemy Arty. Obviously they're going to be probably taking a shot and scooting the moment they fired it. Although we haven't seen another tracer from them. Ah, there it is. He's actually gone. Oh, where's he going now? He's spotted somebody else. It's a Jagdtiger, the tier 9 German. 259 hit points off that one. And he's picked up some stun assist as well. But we know for certain that one of the enemy Artys is in that corner. And there are 3 Artys on the enemy team. A T92 HMC, an Object 261, and the Bat Chat 15555. And from the frequency of the shells, I would have to say that was probably the Bat Chat 15555 we were looking at in that south corner. Because those shells were fairly regular. The only other Arty that could possibly be would be the Object 261. The T92's got too long a reload for it to be that tank. 255A, and we're loaded round there straight away, and we get a kill, a splash kill on the T55A. It's only 4 hit points, but it is a kill. It's another gun out the game. Okay, he's loaded, and now he's going to go for that M48 pattern, but he's very carefully staying behind that rock face, which means obviously he's going to avoid the shell. He's just adjusted the aim to try and get a shell onto him if he comes out, and instead he's decided to go for a T-54E1 instead, and a T-49 that's hugging that rock, and he fires around in. Oh, and the T-49 is wiped out by the T-30 before our shell lands, and it does land some distance away from that T-49. Going for the M48 pattern, fires around in, and it goes long and lands way behind him. Instead, there's an E100. If he fired at that, I think he might have... oh, well, he's dead now anyway. I was about to say he'd probably have gotten the kill off that E100, but yep, he's gone. There's that T-54E1 again. Oh, and he's been killed. And that was a blind kill there by the Bat Châtillon 155-55 on our team. Okay, now the enemy's 3 tanks ahead at the moment, so they are doing rather well. Going off the Jagdtiger, we fire a round in, and we get a kill! A blind kill on the Jagdtiger. So that's our second kill of the game. And that equalises the score a little bit, but still 2 tanks down. We know that M46 pattern is around the other side of that rock face. Or at least he was seen around there. Ah, we've got a Waffenträger auf Panzer IV going around the south pass, the south side. And he's been tracked, and he's on fire, and he's blown up. Now, AMX 50-120, round out, direct hit, 197, and he's been stunned some more, or rather received more fire, so we picked up some stun assists there. Okay, now, we've got an Emil 2, last seen on top of Temple Mount. We're aimed at where he was last seen, but nothing in sight so far. There he is. Slightly further west than we thought, round in, and yes, he does get a hit, a splash hit for 253, and he's picking up some stun assist because other rounds went in to hit him. I think that was a round from a T-110E4, the one that's near us, and the Emil's been killed by our E50. So now the scores are equal. Both sides have got 3 Artys. Both sides have got a tank destroyer, and both sides have got 2 medium tanks. So this is getting quite interesting. Well, one of our medium tanks, oh no, it's one of the enemy medium tanks has just got wiped out. And there's their tank destroyer, their FB4005 Stage 2. And he's just gone into that little cul-de-sac there, which means he's had to come out. And we're loaded with 3 shots ready for him the moment he does. There he is, round out. 1 hit for 827 hit points. You can see that thin armor was easily penetrated by our HE round. Got another round for this M48. We fire a round in and it hits the rock face there. Probably would have been better off firing at that FB4005. Enemy Arty was seen in the south. It was the Object 261 actually. And we put a round into the T92 for 305. And he's dead. So we picked up a fair amount of stun assists so far. 2,081 hit points of actual damage. 2,462 of stun assists. Oh, and our FB4005 there, the enemy one, just took a big chunk of that T110E4. But he's not minding that because the FB4005 is now on reload and was just wiped out by the E4. But he needs to turn quickly. Oh, no, he wasn't able to turn in time. And the M48 pattern took him out. So it's now 3 Arty versus a pattern and a Bat Châtillon 155-55. And we're loaded with 3 shots. And the pattern is headed our way. So we've got 3 shots to take him out. Here he comes. One round is enough. And now we move because we were seen. And we're expecting that Bat Chat to try and kill us. Yep, there he goes. He's tried and he's failed. He did do 236 hit points of damage, but it's not enough. It's now 3 Arty versus 1 Arty. And I think I know where my money would be. I know for certain where my money would be. I don't think that Bat Chat 155.55 stands a chance. Now he's driving around with 1 shell short in the chamber, but 2 shells is more than enough to deal with the Bat Chat 155.55. He could have opted for a reload straight away the moment he fired. And that meant by the time he did find the Bat Chat, he'd have 3 shells to play with him. Oh, he's been seen, so he is definitely somewhere around here. And I'm suspecting that he's actually somewhere to the north, not to the south. There he is. Yes, he is to the north. Okay, he's been located. The other Arty will be dialing in on this position. And even if the Bat Chat's firing at us, oh well, he's made his fatal error there. He's blown his bolt, and now he's going to die for it. 1 round in. Now I can just drive up to him and shoot him in the side with the next round. Even if he's trying to back away. That's it. Bye-bye. And they're happy. That is a victory. 4 kills. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's an ace tanker for Andromeda in the Bat Châtillon 155.58. He also picked up a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills, he got 4 exactly, and a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, he got 17 in total. And he did hit that Object 261 in the south. He splashed him with 213 hit points of splash. He didn't get a direct hit on him, but he did touch him during that battle. He got a win 8 of 4132. So let's have a look at team score. Well, he didn't get the highest amount of damage. That actually went to the FB4005 on the enemy team. Got 5,179 hit points of damage. He also picked up the high caliber. When it came to his own team, it was actually T30 who managed to score the highest amount. He got 3,379 hit points of damage. And Andromeda came just after him with 2,990. When it came to kills, though, he was top of the table with 4. The T110E4 managed to get 3, and so did the E50M. They both came just behind him. And when it came to base XP, he was top of the table again, 1,127 base experience points. The Object 430, 940, and the T30 managed 884. He fired 18 rounds. He got 6 direct hits, 1 penetration, and 13 splash. Damage of 2,990 hit points, of which 2,317 were up more than 300 meters. He did receive 2 hits as a result of splash damage, and both of those were from the Bat Châtillon 155.55, I believe. He actually spotted 1 enemy vehicle, damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 4 of them, and did damage assistance of 2,852 hit points off 10 stuns. On the credit side, he earned 67,631 credits, got 27,052 for completing the holiday ops, and that brought up a total of 94,683. And after repair and ammunition resupply, and the ammo was cheap standard HE, he actually took away 54,584 credits from that one game. He received 1,690 XP, times 5 for the first victory of the day, got 846 for completing the ops, and that brought up a total of 9,298 experience points altogether. So a very nice game there, and an ace tanker. It's not his first ace tanker, he has had them before, but it was certainly a very good one in this game, and he did hit some enemy tanks in with blind shots as well. So it just goes to show sometimes if you fire a shell at something that you can't actually see, but you're actually guessing where they are, it does actually pull off. You do get the hit. He certainly did on that Object 261. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.